Hi, my name is Whisper. Welcome to my second video. If you saw my first video, thank you. Welcome back to the channel. If you didn't see my first video, it is about the start of my health journey. It is officially 2 months since I started because I didn't really explain much in my first video. So I wanted to just kind of talk to you and tell you a little bit about what I posted in the first video and what I'm doing as far as my health journey goes, and why I'm calling it a health journey rather than like a fitness journey or anything like that. Okay, so weight loss is usually framed as this extreme, stressful, all or nothing type of thing. And I am trying to, I don't know, I'm trying to create my own path. I don't want weight loss to be extreme. I don't want it to be stressful. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to turn into something I hate. Because, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you start this weight loss, this fitness journey, and then you just feel like you're punishing yourself the whole time, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not just starting a weight loss journey. I am starting a lifestyle. That is where my mind is at. This is not a short-term thing. This is not something that I'm doing as an experiment. I don't want to lose 10 pounds. I want to create something that I love, something that I can stick to, something that I want to do every day. And so far, I've been doing pretty good at that. I'm actually enjoying the meals I'm eating, mostly whole foods. I'm enjoying the exercises I'm doing. In my first video, if you saw it, you saw me doing like the same 2 exercises over and over and over again. I tried to, switch it up. When you're first starting out, you have to find what works for you. What do you like? What do you not like? What are you capable of doing versus incapable of doing? I'm not pushing myself any harder than I feel necessary. Again, just stress-free, health focused mindset for me to move forward in this journey. So I am intentionally choosing a stress-free approach to this whole thing. And also for anybody who is going to follow along on my journey, thanks, hi, but no, thank you for being here. I'm glad you are here, but I want everyone to know that this is not like a how-to type of thing. I'm not showing anybody like this is what you should be doing because this is what I'm doing, or this is the best way. This isn't that kind of thing. This is just me showing my journey, showing my choices, the way I'm choosing to go about things. It's all about my experience. You can feel free to take any of it that you feel inspired by and put it into your practice, but this is not me telling you that this is what you need to do, because that it's something that drives me insane. Okay. You watch YouTube and you look up like healthy meal plan ideas or this or that, and then you see videos that tell you like everybody should be eating a keto diet, everybody should be eating this Mediterranean diet, everybody should be doing RDLs and 50 crunches a day. Like, okay, first of all, no. Everybody should not. Me, for example, I'm starting this whole journey because of, well, because I want to better myself, but mainly because I have some health issues that I need to deal with. I won't really get into those right now. Maybe someday I will. But to keep things simple, I cannot eat anything acidic. I have an acidic sensitivity, but carbs and dairy help me. So anything that cuts out carbs is a no-go for me. Anything that cuts out dairy is a no-go for me. But what I am, I'm just trying to eat whole foods as much as I can. Nothing out of a box or a bag or or anything like that. If the ingredient list is like super long, I won't touch it. Now, there are some things that I haven't been able to break myself from yet. And those include bread. What's the other thing? Bread, condiments like mayonnaise and ketchup. I can handle ketchup because I only use it in like small amounts. Cereal. I still eat cereal. It's either Life or Cheerios, but I mean, cereal nonetheless. And then on top of that, I also have cheat meals. I want to emphasize cheat meal, not cheat day. I don't tell myself like, okay, on Friday we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna eat whatever we want to. No, no ma'am. Nope. I get one meal. And it is typically cheeseburger and fries from Mike's. All that to say that there's no one size fits all to this fitness thing. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged when they see their favorite influencers or, you know, somebody regular like me doing something that you're not doing. If you are on a health journey and you know you go from eating McDonald's 7 days a week to eating McDonald's 5 days a week, that's progress. Okay? We're not looking for perfection here. We're looking for baby steps of progress. It keeps it sustainable. Don't let anybody else's journey pressure you into trying to start something that you know you can't sustain. Because I damn sure ain't. Like, I would love to be one of those girls who's in the gym 5 days a week and, you know, tracking their calories and their macros and, you know, protein and all that stuff, which is another thing. I ain't tracking none of that. And maybe I will one day, right? But that's like after I get to a point where I'm comfortable with what I've started, where, you know, I have a grip on what I'm doing, a grip on my meals, my exercises, what feels good to me and what doesn't, and then what maybe do I want to add in to my practice, what do I want to take out, what do I want to swap for something else. It's all a learning process, and we're in this together. So you can you can watch me, you can see everything I do, see all my mistakes I make, because I will be posting them. But yeah, just don't let any of that get into your head. Be you. Do you. Do what feels good to you. That's my main thing that I'm preaching on this channel. Do what feels good to you. And at the very start of my journey, I weighed 280 pounds. Yes, yeah, 280 pounds. And on top of like my health conditions that started to arise, I started to notice certain things about myself. I wasn't fitting into like any of my clothes, which, I mean, I knew I had gained weight. Girl, I gained 120 pounds in 2 years, something like that. So, and I've always struggled with my weight. There were times when I weighed 120 pounds and times when I didn't. And my weight has always fluctuated, and not in like a normal way. Um, what I mean by that is like most people, when they talk about weight fluctuations, they talk about like 10, 15, maybe even 20 pounds, like here or there. They gain and lose, you know, maybe women typically gain like 15 pounds over the winter or something like that. I don't know. Not me. No, not me. I I like to go big or go home, I guess. For me, it's like 80 pounds at a time. So I went from weighing 120 to 205, and then I lost some weight, and I gained another 80, and then I lost it. Anyway, but this time it's different. I have always managed to lose weight by well, I never changed my diet. I still kept eating the greasy, fattening, processed foods. I just was not eating very much at all. And then I was working very physically demanding jobs. So I would be working all the time, forget to eat, end up losing a bunch of weight, quit that job, end up gaining it all back. And like this was like a cycle that I kept going through over and over again, where I would just lose weight, then I would gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. But this time I want it to be different. This time I want to change my entire lifestyle so that I can lose this weight, become healthy, and stay that way. Like I said, I want this to be a lifelong process. It's not just something I'm starting now, and 6 months from now I'm like, woohoo, I can eat cheeseburgers again every day. No, like no. My starting weight was 280 pounds. I would like to get down to 150, mainly because I haven't broken 160 since I had kids. But that's not my main goal. My main goal is to just feel good in my body. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying before. I started this whole thing not only because of the health issues that were popping up, but also because I started to notice things like my clothes didn't fit anymore, or like crazy things that have never happened to me before. It was hard for me to walk up the stairs. Um, and I mean, like, it was like a struggle. Like, I felt like I had an elephant on my back trying to take every step up the stairs. And, like, I was so out of breath, and I would try to sit up, and my stomach would be in the way. I just felt like all this fat sitting on my body. And maybe it was kind of weird that I never felt like that before, because I should have. But yeah, it just finally all hit me one day, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I started. And when I first started, I'm like, you know what? I don't need any fancy outfits, gym outfits, workout clothes, leggings, that none of that. I got shorts, I got t-shirts. Let's do this. So no fancy outfits, no workout equipment, no spending money. I do not have a scale. I I know how much I weighed because I had a doctor appointment, but I haven't been tracking my weight. And that's not to say I'm not going to. I'm just saying to start out. I didn't want to put any pressure on myself whatsoever. Let's start eating the sauteed chicken, the right vegetables, cut out all this processed food. I cut out coffee. Girl, I cut out coffee. Soda, tea, all acidic, all carbonate. I can't have it anymore. And then I also cut out, I'll say 90% of processed food. And then I found a couple workouts on YouTube that I enjoy doing, and I do those almost every day. I'm not gonna lie, there are some days that I'm just like, I'm not having it. I'll eat the chicken and broccoli, but I ain't doing that workout. Not today. And that's fine. That's what people don't tell you. You don't have to do it every single day. Consistency isn't about every single day. Take a break, take a rest. You deserve it. I mean, especially, and we're not trying to go from like no working out, eating all this bad food to just perfect overnight. Um, it's not going to happen. It's unrealistic to think that it would. So, yeah, none of that. We're starting simple, very plain, very simple. And as we learn about our bodies, as we learn what we like and what we don't like, and what's sustainable and what's not, then we can try new things, add them in, give it a shot. If it don't work, don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it, don't do it again. There are so many ways that you can customize your journey to fit you, something that you can stick to. And for me, this is a very big learning process, because health wasn't modeled for me growing up. I was always told things like, you're not fat, you're big boned. You're not overweight, you're healthy. A healthy meal for us, the idea of a healthy meal was like fried chicken. There was no concept of this is bad for you. This is, I remember still drinking out of a bottle when I was like 4 years old, and my mom putting watered down Pepsi in it. And like that was my life, So everything that I'm learning, like there's so many vegetables out there and stuff that I've never even heard of them, let alone like, what do I do with it? How do I cook it? How do I make it taste good? What do I pair it with? I have no clue. But it's all about, trying things, experimenting, having fun. I have learned that I do not like overnight oats. Don't like them at all. But I've also learned that I love chia seed pudding. Good stuff. But so it's just, trial and error, give and take, learning yourself. But one of the most important things that I think it's one of the most important things about a health journey, especially when you're first getting started, is you don't want to start this journey from a place of hating yourself, hating your body. I did not start this because I hate my body. And that's one thing that I wish women especially, but just everybody in general, would stop saying things like, oh, I hate my legs, I hate my stomach, I hate my, flabby arms. Because if you didn't have them, would you still hate them? Like, if you didn't have arms, you would be willing to take any set of arms you could get. So from the way I like to think about it is, it's okay to not like certain parts of yourself on certain days or whatever, but you should always love your body. It is very possible to love something and then have days that you don't like it. Ask my husband. There are plenty of days that I'm like, oh, I love you to death. But I don't like you very much right now. And that's okay. You can feel the same way about your body, just as long as you are pouring love into it. Because where energy goes, energy flows. And if you're telling yourself, oh, I hate my body, I hate my fill in the blank, then that energy is going to rub off in a sense. Anyway, PSA over. So just to kind of reiterate, stress-free is about removing pressure. not intention. When you are feeding your body these nourishing foods or working out, I want you to try to keep in mind that you are doing this because you love your body. You're doing bicep curls because you love your arms. You are doing, crunches because you love your stomach. You are doing squats because you love your legs. And whatever it is, try to keep that mindfulness there. And I promise you, it makes it easier, and it also cultivates this appreciation for it. Like, I appreciate these foods that I'm eating and these movements that I'm doing so much more than I did 2 months ago. And I know I've only been on this journey for 2 months, so I don't want to come off as like I know everything. I don't. I don't know anything. I'm just explaining what I feel is important and what works for me. And then another thing that's really important to remember is that you are not a slave to this lifestyle. This lifestyle is a choice. It is a privilege to be able to eat these foods. Trust me, I know, because when I was a kid, I was force-fed nothing but highly processed things, like microwave meals and things like that. So having access and just knowing that these foods even exist is a privilege, and not a punishment. So if you're looking at it like a punishment, like, oh my God, I have to do this, maybe it would help to do some mindfulness practices regarding the foods and how they interact with your body. Like now when I eat, it's like I can picture the food going into my body and reviving just all parts of me. I don't know, call me crazy. It should never feel like a punishment. You are not a prisoner to this lifestyle. This lifestyle is about freedom. Another part of this journey is about healing my relationship with food and knowing what foods heal my body versus harm my body. So that's why I feel like that's so important. Now, another thing I want to kind of touch on is fasting. So I have been fasting. So I try to eat dinner at 7 o'clock every night. Sometimes it pushes past that and we're getting towards like 8 o'clock. But when I am finished with dinner, I stop eating. Nothing but water from that point on until 11 o'clock the next morning. So how many hours is that? 8, 9, 10, 11, like 15 hours. 15 to 16 hours roughly. Now there is a lot of science that says don't work out while fasted for women. That women shouldn't work out while fasted, that we shouldn't fast as long as men, that we should only do like 12 hours or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna sound like a broken record again. I do this because it feels good to my body. I choose to fast for 15 to 16 hours because it's what works for me. It's what makes me feel the most energized, the most like clean. I don't know really how to explain that, but it does something to my body where it makes me feel really good. And then plus, if I eat something like early in the day, or like in the morning, then I am just starving all day. And I don't know what that's about. But if I wait until like 11, like I'm not even hungry in the mornings at all. And then I have dinner. and then I stop eating, and that's it. But again, I want to emphasize the fact that this is me. This is my choice. This is what I'm choosing to do because it is what makes me feel good, and it is what is allowing me to stay consistent. And girl, I want you to remember that showing up is a win. Every time you show up, it's a win. Okay? I don't give a damn if you turn on this 30-minute home workout routine and you only make it through the first 5 minutes before you're like breathing heavy and you're like, fuck this, I gotta sit down. Excuse my language. But if you do that, that's a win. Take the wins every time you get them. Don't sit there and beat yourself up because you couldn't do the whole 30 minutes. Because when I first started, the 2 workouts that you see me doing in my first video, they are, one of them is Grow with Joe is her name. And she does these low impact workouts. And the one I chose is like 20 minutes. And baby, the first time I did that workout, I maybe made it through maybe like 8 minutes of it. And mind you, this is low impact. It's not HIIT. It's not this, it's not running. We're not doing these extreme workouts. But like I said, when I first started, I couldn't even make it nowhere near halfway through that video. But guess what? I can make it all the way through it now. So what I'm saying is show up for what you can when you can. You show up for them 5 minutes, then you tell yourself, I'm so proud of myself for showing up for those 5 minutes, because last week we ain't show up for no minutes. This is progress. And I want you to tell yourself how proud you are of that progress. And then when you make it 6 minutes of that video, do a little dance, celebrate, no, just, whatever feels right to you. Just make sure that you are praising yourself for every little win. Everything counts. No more shaming yourself like, oh, I'm so ashamed I couldn't even make it through half of that workout. No, maybe not today. But what about tomorrow? Ain't no point in beating yourself up and then, you're basically convincing yourself not to show up again tomorrow. And that's not what we want, because tomorrow might be that day. Tomorrow might be the day that you make it through the whole 30 minutes. You never know if you don't show. Now, the last little point I want to touch on, because I know this video is kind of long, and who wants to just sit here and listen to me talk for almost an hour? But the last little thing I want to touch on is like how I'm tracking my progress, because I've mentioned I don't have a scale. I'm not tracking calories. None of that. So the way I've been doing it so far is that seeing how my clothes fit. I was able to get back into a pair of pants that I tried to put on a few months back, and I was so pissed. And actually, I think that was like right before I started this whole thing. That might have been like part of the catalyst for me. But so yeah, I was able to fit back into those pants. Some of my shirts are feeling a lot looser on me. It's so much easier for me to get up the stairs. And again, I have no idea how much weight I've lost. I know that I'm starting to feel so much better. I'm starting to feel less tired and more full, more energetic, and just I feel like I'm ready to conquer the world. But and this is just 2 months in. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for it. I'm so here for it. Oh yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm I'm to the point now where I can make it all the way through the workout video that I've been doing. And then sometimes I'll even start the second one also. Like I'll do them both in one day. So that's a big way that I'm like tracking my progress and seeing like how far I've come. Just like everybody else, I have good days and bad days. I have days when I wake up and I'm like, I'm not on this shit. Because consistency has always been a downfall of mine. I've never been able to be consistent with anything except for lack of consistency. So the fact that I've stuck with this for 2 months, I just, I want to give myself that credit. I feel like I deserve it. I'm sorry if you hear my cat just purring like crazy. She, hello. Okay, so yeah, I almost forgot part of what I was saying about, start by doing what you can with what you have, right? Well, I've been doing that for 2 months now, like I said, and I think I'm ready to start adding in supplements. So I went ahead and got a few things, and I actually have not taken them yet. I'm going to take them right here with you guys. So the first thing is collagen peptides, and I have Vital Proteins brand vanilla flavor. Now it says on the packaging to mix this with coffee, smoothies, yogurt, and the like. Well, I can't drink coffee, and I don't have any yogurt right now, so I just have a glass of milk. Maybe I didn't need that much. I might have been able to just do water, but I feel like they're saying to mix it for a reason. They just pull this up. Okay. Pull here. Oh. No, that was cool. That was cool. Vital Proteins. Shout out to y'all for that. That was really easy to open. Oh, it smells good. It smells like vanilla. It does not come with like a scooper. So it says 4 tablespoons. Okay, so I'm going to mix this, but before I do, I want to show you the other 2 things I have. And the first one is vitamin C, a vitamin C supplement. I am choosing to take this because of the collagen peptides. I'm taking the collagen peptides for like loose skin. I'm hoping that my skin will, at least a little bit, it will help my skin bounce back some. But yeah, so, and then it says that you should take the collagen peptides with a vitamin C supplement because it helps like absorb it into your body or something. So we are going to do that. See, I told you I'm never taken any of this stuff before. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the vitamin C tablet. And then I also have vitamin D3. And my husband was actually diagnosed with a vitamin D deficiency, and they gave him some vitamin D to take. And if he has a vitamin D deficiency, then it's very likely that I do too. It's also very common for people to have, like if you're going to have a deficiency, it's most likely going to be either vitamin D or iron. These are 250 mcg, 10,000 IU. I was going to take 2, but I think we'll start with 1. Okay, so I have the vitamin D, vitamin C, nope, vitamin C, vitamin D, something like that. Okay, cool. Now we're going to mix in the collagen peptides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, we are going to mix this. Can you see what I'm doing? Mix it in. It's not dissolving all the way. But yeah, so I'm starting this now. I will definitely let you know if you're interested in a future video, like how it's affecting me, if I can tell that it's affecting me. Oh, another thing to mention about the collagen peptides, it is 80 calories and 18 grams of protein. It's not dissolving very well. It's like sticking to the spoon. But here goes nothing. It's not great. It's not horrible. That was gross. It's different. Great, no. But that it's definitely worth the benefits as long as I get the benefits from it. We'll see how I feel after the 2 weeks, after this whole container is gone, and I'll let you know whether I continue it or maybe try something else. But bottoms up. It tastes fine. The next thing I might implement into my practice, I might get a scale. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't have one. And the thing about getting a scale is I don't want to become obsessed with the number that's on it. I'm hoping that I won't. But it would be nice to know like exactly how much weight I've lost. So yeah, I think that might be the next step. But yeah, I think I am going to end it here. I want to say thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything, got anything out of it, please subscribe, follow along on this journey, find out what happens. I just want to kind of reiterate that this is not a New Year's resolution. This is a complete lifestyle change. This is a complete shift in identity for me. This is a process, and this is only the beginning. With love from my heart to yours. Until next time.